Hello guys, welcome to another video of Docker. In today's video, we are going to discuss about how we can set up Docker in our local or even if you have some virtual machines, that is Windows, Linux or Mac, then how you can set up Docker and you can run Docker commands in that. Okay, so let's begin the video. Here I am in Docker official documentation. If you open this page, get Docker. If you are not getting this page, simply type download Docker, okay, and you will get to this page, okay. Get Docker or Docker desktop. If you want to download it for Windows, you can download it for Windows, Mac or App Silicon, okay. And for this page, if you want to download for Mac, click on this download for Mac. If you have Windows, click on Windows, or if you have requirement to install this in Linux, just download for the Linux. So I will download it for Windows. If you click on that button here, you will get this page. You can first see the system requirements. What are the system requirements? Prerequisites. Okay, and after that, you can click on this Docker desktop for Windows. Once you have clicked here, it will download a file. I have already downloaded it. And once this is downloaded, go to your downloads and click on this file. This is an installer file downloaded. If you click on it, it will ask you to install. I have already installed it in my PC. Okay, you can install just if you double click on it, click on next and keep clicking on next until this Docker desktop is installed. So here if you click yes, it will just give you an option to install the Docker. At the moment it is initializing and verifying the package. Okay, so I already have installed, that's why it is saying existing installation is up to date. Let me close it. Once this is installed, make sure you have one Docker Hub account. If you don't have, then go here in the Docker Hub and create an account. You can click on sign up. Here in at sign up, you can provide your email address, username, password, or even you can continue with Google or with GitHub as well. Okay, if you have existing Google account or GitHub account, you can go here and log in with that as well. Okay, so once that is created, okay, you will have to log in with that, and after that just open command prompt or PowerShell in Windows, and there you can check the Docker version as well. And if you open Docker desktop, you can see all the things here as well in the Docker desktop UI. If you need to verify if Docker is installed or not, simply type Docker version. It will show you the command output, like what is the Docker client version, API version, and Docker desktop version as well. Okay, so we have this installed already. If you just simply want to get the Docker client version, you can get with this docker --- version command. Okay, so this is how we can set up the Docker desktop in our Windows. The same process we can follow to set up this in Linux or Mac as well. Okay, now let's try to run some commands. So let it be. Now I have we have to run some commands like how we can create the containers and all. If you just open this command prompt and you do docker login. So since if you I mean if you are using docker for the first time, you'll have to run docker login. Okay, once you log in, it will authenticate with your credentials. Okay, and you can see login is succeeded. After that, you can pull an image or whatever you want to do with your docker hub registry, that is also called docker registry. You can pull any images, you can push it there, and you can run docker commands as well. Okay, so suppose I want to pull one image, that is this image. Let me pull it. So to pull one image, there is a command docker pull. Just type it. This is the image name. If Yeah, this is the image name. After that, you can provide tag as well with colon and tag. If you are not providing the tag, it will always use the default tag, that is latest, and it will pull the latest image. Okay, see, you can see the logs here as well. The pull is completed. Okay, after this we can even run the containers with that. For that we have docker run command. Let me run this command, or even you can run this command. Let me just quickly run this command. First, just type docker images to list the docker image. So this is downloaded. If you type docker images, you will see all the images which are pulled locally or stored locally in your machine. Okay, so see, we have one docker image with name nginx. Let me now run this command, docker run name app1 port and nginx. So this is my image name. I will run this command. Okay, so see, my container has been created. If you want to list your containers, the ones which you have created, you can write docker ps command. So this will show all of your containers with container id, image, command, creation, created time, status, and all the port details as well. And at the last, it will show you the container name. Okay, after that, you can use this container name or id to stop or disable your containers if you want. Okay, so this is how we can list the containers. Once that is done, you can, if you have some requirement to connect to your cluster or do some troubleshooting or something like that, you can run this command docker exec. This is the command. Okay, so let me paste it here. We will have to provide our container name, that is app1. Okay, so if you want to log into your container or if you want to do some troubleshooting inside your container, you can use this docker exec command to log into your container or do your work. Okay, you can do troubleshootings and any other stuff by running this command and going to your container. So if you press enter, it will take you to your container. Okay, you can run any of the commands like something like this. What are the directories and what are the files inside your container? Okay, you can visit any of the files and check any of these. Either you have to check container logs or failure logs and anything if you want, or you can run any other command as well inside the container. Okay, so docker exec command is used to uh, go inside your container. Okay, these are some of the commands which by using this you can stop or start your application. So let me just, this is, sorry, let me exit it. So this was failing because I was inside my container. So now I came out and let me check the containers again. So this is my container ID and this is my container name. If I want to stop this, so simply type docker stop app 1. So this will stop your container. If you type docker ps now, you will not see anything because this will just show you the running containers. And to view all the containers, you can type docker ps-a. It will show you all the containers along with their status. So you can see the status is exited 15 seconds ago. Okay. To start it, you can run docker start command. Okay. Let me start again as well. So let me docker start app 1. Now it has started. Simply again, if you type docker ps, it will, you can see the status up 4 seconds. If you have to remove the container, then you can first stop this container, then you can remove it. Even you can forcefully delete this container even if you have not stopped this. Okay. Docker rm command will remove your container. So suppose this is my app1 is my container. I will run this command and this container will be now removed. Let me check again if container is there or not. So if you type docker ps-a, you can see there is no container. Even the stopped container which we had stopped is now deleted. Okay, so this is how we can pull the image, we can create the containers, we can stop and start the containers, and this is how with running docker exec command we can even log in inside the container and we can run the commands if we want. Okay, if you still type docker images, we have this image, and if you want to remove this image, you can simply type docker rmi and your image id. This will delete your image as well. Now if you type docker images, there is no image exist here in my directory. Okay, so this is how we can play with some docker commands. That's it from this video. We'll meet in another video with some different topic about DevOps and Docker. If you liked it, please like and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.